One of my favorite antique stores is the Bernat Antiques in Uxbridge, Massachusetts. I thought I would just do a vlog to show you all the cool stuff I've seen there recently. So this little dresser or nightstand has some really cool hand-carved knobs to it, and I absolutely love furniture like this. They don't make furniture like this anymore. Here was a really cool display case, and of course it was not for sale. I'm looking for something like this for my crystals. Here are some really cool wooden toolboxes. And it was priced for $25, which is a really good price. And it was still in good condition. Like, I could see myself putting art supplies or jewelry in this. Here is a really cool ceramic mug. I love anything ceramic, and I thought the way the mug was made and the paint itself was just really unique. Here's just a really cute little ceramic egg with a bow on it. I have something very similar to this, but it's a little bigger. And then there was also this little egg ceramic box. I thought it was so cute. I would put my jewelry in that. Here's another. I see these a lot in antique stores, and I'm always kind of wondering what these are. Is it to hold like herbs or something? Sometimes the papers itself aren't very descriptive of what the item is. And here is some more cool pottery. So on the piece of paper it says what culture or where this was from. Oh, Korea. So a Korean chest. So I've noticed like Korean furniture and Chinese furniture, Indian furniture have so much beautiful detail on it. And here's a really good example of this little chest. So I was kind of confused on what this was. It just says an iron stand. Like, the only thing I could think that would fit in the holes are like boiled eggs. I love finding stuff like this in antique stores, like not really knowing what it is, and then just going on the Google reverse images and looking up the image and seeing what comes up. And then in this little booth here is my favorite booth in the entire antique store. So in this booth there's a lot of like candles and crystals and like kind of Wiccan items. So unfortunately, because I'm a dumbass, I forgot to take a picture of the booth name and any potential social media this booth has. But next time I go, I'm definitely gonna take a picture of their information and do a whole other video on this booth, because this booth is so awesome. Then there was this really cool stone, Pagoda. I'm probably pronouncing that so fucking wrong, but a quick little Google search shows that this is a type of architecture building mostly seen in Japan and China and India, and I just find these types of architecture from these countries absolutely beautiful. I am completely obsessed with anything handmade, especially made out of real wood. So this wooden toolbox was about $30, which is a really good price. So in my experience at going to different antique stores, a lot of these older wooden pieces of furniture, they're either going to be a really good reasonable price or they're just going to be really jacked up. And I don't know if that's because that piece of furniture is really that old that they can get away with pricing it a lot higher, or if the wood is really that valuable. But has anyone else noticed that even like little wooden shelves can be like up to $50 to $80? But sometimes you did get lucky and you find some really good reasonable prices of wooden things at antique stores. Antique stores are also really awesome if you're looking for antique knobs or any type of hardware you need around the house, or especially if you just live in an older house and you're looking for a specific light bulb or hardware for that older house, an antique store is most likely going to have it. So this really cool yellow type of like pantry cupboard, I would definitely put in like my kitchen and like put food in it, or maybe put it in my room and put clothes in it. I am just totally obsessed with anything that is real wood. I see so much furniture in these stores that I just want to take it all home with me. So this piece of furniture was very interesting because you can see there's like a little drawer at the bottom where I'm pulling it out, and down here there's like another little area. So I wonder if this was either like an ice box or just like a food preparation station. In my opinion, I feel like a lot of antique furniture is the most unique pieces of furniture ever. This was really random. Somebody was selling this glass jar of rocks, but there was this really cool quartz crystal in there. Some of the rocks in there were those fake plastic type rocks. But I dug around and I found some other really cool quartz crystals. And here is a really cool Aztec leather wallet. So for $34, this was a really good price. This is an all-natural wooden sewing kit. Another cool wooden cabinet. I would have these all over my house if I had the money and the space. I just love these. Antique stores are my favorite place to get anything because they have the most unique pieces that aren't just being made anymore. Here's just another random wooden box. So this ceramic rose jewelry dish, I always wonder where all these things came from. Like, did it come from Macy's or did it come from a different country? I just always wonder what the story behind some of these like little trinkets are. So this kind of, at first I thought it was ancient Egyptian inspired. You can kind of see some scarabs on the bottom, but the more I look at it, it looks like a mesh of other cultures, like ancient Japan or some Byzantine, but I can't really tell. But like I was saying before, I wonder like who made this? Where is this from? I just have so many questions about these cool things I see at antique stores. This is another cool type of jewelry box. On the little ticket, it's not saying exactly where this is from, but the type of little writing on top of the dresser itself, it kind of looks either Japanese or Chinese. This is absolutely beautiful. And of course, my fucking dumbass didn't get a close-up of the ticket, but here's a cute little waterfall. A lot of antique stores also have a lot of little craft booths as well, so it's not just a bunch of random fucking old shit. I mean, to me it's not fucking old shit, but I feel like younger people in this generation might just see it as old. Here was a really cool brass filigree picture frame. And in the same booth, I believe this was a quartz just covered with mica. This booth was really cool as well because she had all these different little specimens in these little glass jars that you could buy. And then I found this cute little black cap platter. So I did some research on this little iron stove. It turns out the reason why there's like this little mini version is because when people would try to sell these like the bigger versions of the irons to people for their homes, they would like bring around this little mini version to show off what it looked like. So here's an outside image of that waterfall that you saw from earlier, and then next to the waterfall there were these giant mushrooms, and here's a size comparison next to my hand. But overall, this is one of the coolest antique stores because there's, I want to say, at least 3 or 4 floors. I can't remember off the top of my head, but this place is massive. It was definitely an old mill house of something, but I definitely recommend going to this antique store if you love antique shopping. It was very clean and organized.